We go. Arguably the greatest or the most prestigious offline event of the year is coming up in Trackmania this weekend. We have the champions like Kappa, Masa, Tween, and Yo-Yo attending. And it's not only tech this weekend like we had at Gaming Winterfest. We'll also see the tournaments in Dirt, Full Speed, and Canyon. So it's a lot to look forward to. So I thought it was fun to do a preview episode. Let's start with the part where I talked to the caster himself, Nelky. Nelky, how are you, man?
Oh man, I'm so good. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped.
Uh, we are only one day away from Gamers Assembly 2018. You are the caster for this weekend. Are you ready or are you not ready?
Yes, dude. I've never been any more ready. It's
Mm,
it has been a pretty stressful week though. Um, like I had the confirmation yesterday night that I would be streaming, so it was it was very it was very stressful. There we go.
yeah.
Um, so I'm just trying to make the best of it, and hopefully I can once again um, bring you a great live stream of the Gamers Assembly.
Yeah, can you sort of tell us how do you prepare for such an event? What is the first thing you do? I guess the first thing is to get confirmation that you're allowed to stream the event.
Yes, that's for me. That's just always like the most important thing for me to have. When I have like my confirmation, I will try to make some I will try to make some like of the graphics and stuff. I will search for like the schedule. I will search for like the players, um, and when in the end everything is finished, then um, usually a week before I will start preparing like the OBS and stuff. Um, for this event, I only started it a few minutes ago, actually. So there was it has been a pretty stressful preparation, I guess. But it's gonna be great.
What sort of information are you trying to collect from the players? Are there how good they are done in
Um,
previous events, or are you just sort of using the information you have from following the events?
well, I will try to collect like the world records on the map. Um, who made the maps? And for like the players, for this year, I think it is Harney who is making some of the player cards. So I will be using them if they will be finished before tomorrow. Maybe I will be using them on Sunday if they will be finished before the Saturday. So that's also a amazing thing to have. The player cards will include some of the achievements. I think I'm not quite sure if they will be showing like the game pad as well, like the camera. But they will be showing like the name of the player, of course, obviously. And the most recent achievements or the highest achievements of the players. I'm not quite sure about that, but I will have some player cards ready.
Yeah, so it's always good to have easy information for new players that
Mm-hmm.
or new viewers that will tune into such an event as Gamers Assembly. You casted Gamers Assembly last year as well. It was pretty good, and one of the best matches of the year was in that event. Can you sort of tell us what was your impression from the last year's event in
Oh,
Gamers Assembly?
it was amazing, dude. It was so good. I think it was my first LAN event that I streamed.
Yeah,
And I had so much pressure on me. I had so much pressure on me. Like, so many people were like, "Dude, you are such a good caster," and like, it's it's just to see those kind of messages. It's absolutely insane, and it just gave me the motivation to just like wanting it to cast again. It's
yeah.
it's oh, it's been so amazing. It's been so great as well. Uh, it's last year was insane. It just was insane, and um, hopefully this year will be even better.
Yeah, because the year before in 2016, I believe the caster was none other than Frostbule
Oh
himself. So you had
yes.
a big pressure on you going
Oh
into last
yes.
year's event.
I
Uh,
had.
Are you more relaxed this year knowing that you have already done Gamers Assembly and you did Gaming Winterfest this year as well?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Um, with like the games assembly from last year and the gaming Winterfest, which happened a few weeks ago. I am getting used to like the the um the pressure, I guess.
Yeah,
Um, I now sort of know um how to prepare for like a LAN event as well. So there's a lot less pressure than than um uh than last year. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. And recently, like you said, you were casting Gaming Winterfest. Saturday, you didn't cast any events
Yep.
or any matches. Do you hope that you will cast matches tomorrow or it is another delay day?
I think we all know the answer to that. I don't want to wait another 7 hours. um, uh, well, like, um, if it happens again that I won't be able to like stream the event on like the Saturday, the most important thing for me is just that I want to go, or that I want the event to go on. You know.
Yeah,
I don't want to be like the bottleneck of like the event. So if something happens again with like with like the servers, or that I will not be able to join like any of the servers, then for me it is completely fine. Of course, I want to stream it. Of course, um, I just hope that it will be flawless this year.
yeah, for sure. And my question of the week in Trackmania was who's the biggest favorite going into this event? And
Expert
as we
pack. Oh wait, it's not expert anymore, of course.
nice one. It's the Gamers Origins pack,
Yeah, for sure.
according to the people. Is
Yeah.
he your biggest favorite going into this
Yeah.
event as well?
Yeah.
And why?
Mm. Uh, well, it's just he is extremely consistent. He is extremely
Yeah,
fast. He is still the recent world champion. Um, it's just absolutely insane. He is just so fast. If I have to choose another one though, it will probably be Massa, the winner from a few years ago.
in
Um,
2016, yeah.
yeah, he also won, of course, the Gaming Winterfest. Um, and I think he has a huge amount of pressure on him for sure. Um, but I still think it's going to be it is. I think it's still um, it's going to be Peck um in the ending.
Yeah, and sort of my last question of the week was the win of Pack at Trackmania Pro League. If that win was more impressive than his win at the Mania Planet World Cup 2016,
Mm-hmm.
the people said that the Pro League win was more impressive. If he wins Gamers Assembly, would you say that that is more impressive than Pro League, or will you put Pro League over Gamers Assembly?
I would put probably the game assembly on top.
Oh, really? Why?
Um, well, first off, it's a LAN event, so there's a hell lot of like the pressure and stuff. Um, I think my headset just died. Wait, yes, all right, it's back up. You are not sitting quietly in your room, so you have like so much noise
Yeah, okay, that
around
was
you
it.
as well. It's just like I've never been to a LAN event, but from what I've heard from like other players, from like the other players as well, it's very stressful and it's very hard to be consistent if you are playing like a LAN event. And I think he will be one of the few in the end who will be able to keep himself together and win the entire event.
Yeah. But people say that if you don't beat Carl Jr. in an event, you're not like officially the winner because you always have Carl Jr. in the back of your head. And Pac beat him at Trackmania Pro League. Would you like to see Carl Jr. attending these offline events?
Um, if I like to see him win, you mean, or just like to see him
No,
play?
like, yeah, see him attend at these offline events. I know it's hard because you live on the other side of the world, but if you had
Um,
an option, would you see him attend? And how would
well,
you place him?
well, I think it will be amazing to see him attend again. He is still, in my opinion, the best player in the game ever.
Yeah.
He had so many achievements. It's absolutely insane. And I think that he will be able to win. It won't be as easy as before, but I still think that he will be able to win. Yeah.
Yeah. And you sort of already mentioned the other big favorite going into this, the winner of Gaming Winterfest, Masa,
Yes.
recently just got a new big organization sponsoring him. Do you think that adds more pressure into Masa's head?
Um, I kind of think yes, but I don't really know him personally, so I'm not quite sure if he will be like if it will how do you say it, if it will affect him, I guess.
Yeah.
But after joining like the new organization, there will be some more pressure on him, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm talking about other players besides Pac and Masa. Who do you see as the big favorites going into this?
Ooh, the big favorites. Well, besides Masa and Peck, ooh, um, I
Who is
think
gonna end up in the grand final?
it's going to be Masa versus Tween versus Peck versus dude, fuck the last one. I kind of want to say Spam, as he had a great performance at the Gaming Winterfest. But I also know that Kappa will be attending, the champion from last year. Even though he hasn't been playing for like a full year, I still think he would be able to reach the grand final. So I think I will be saying Tween versus Massa versus Peck versus I'm going to say Spam as last
Oh, there
one.
we have it. There we have it. The official prediction from Melky.
Yeah.
Let's see if you're correct, man.
Let's see.
Because in the first offline event of the year, we saw a rather close fight in the grand final between Masa and Roa, and I feel like Roa is sort of going under the radar and even might end up as the winner. From what you have seen of Roa in Gaming Winterfest and Trackmania Pro League,
Mm-hmm.
am I right calling him one of the big favorites going into this event?
If I have to be extremely honest, I completely forgot about him. uh, I think he is also one of the favorites. Yes. He had from what I've heard and from what I've seen on the Gaming Winterfest, he has been insanely fast and insanely consistent. I think for the Gaming Winterfest, his goal was to reach the grand final.
Yeah,
I think he also said, I'm not quite sure about this, but I think he also said that the grand final was his worst match of like all of the matches. So that has to say something, right? That's just insane. That's oh man, dude, I'm so hyped. I can't wait.
Yeah, and Roa said himself that the Gaming Winterfest Grand Final was his first offline Grand Final.
Yeah,
So let's see if he can make it two in a row.
let's see.
And Masa can actually make it sixth Grand Final in an offline event in a row. That is quite an achievement.
Wait,
And
it is in
actually,
a
you have
row. In
yeah,
a
because the Gaming Winter or Gamers Assembly in 2016, he was in the Grand Final, he won it. And Mania Planet World Cup 2016, he also was in the Grand Final,
oh yeah,
placing
wait, that's
fourth.
true. Holy shit.
Gaming Winterfest 2017, I believe he placed third. Last year at Gaming Assembly, second, I believe. And then he won this year's Gaming Winterfest as well. So this can be actually its sixth Grand Final in a row. That is quite an achievement.
That's insane, dude. I didn't even know that. Holy shit. That's sick.
Yeah, he posted it himself on Twitter. I was not thinking about it, but when he says this, it's actually true, and it's such an impressive achievement.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and we actually have all the winners from Gamers Assembly since 2012 attending. We have Yo-Yo who won in 2012, 2013, then Twin in 2010, I believe, or 15, I'm not sure.
I think it was 15.
And Kronos won in 15, and
Oh yeah.
Massa 2016, and
Yep.
then Kappa in 2017. And you mentioned already that we haven't seen the Kappa play since the last time he won it last year.
Mhm.
What do you expect from him? Is this going to be like a complete failure, or can we see him actually win it again?
Ooh, that's a hard question. I kind of course, I want to see him like performing insanely again. Um, like I am not sure if he played the game outside of competitions, you know.
Yeah.
So I think he is in for a surprise.
You think he's gonna be like shocked that the level was so high, and maybe he has forgotten the skills he had?
Mm, I don't think he will forget. No, but it's. I think he will be able to like surprise others.
Yeah.
He is still a insanely fast player, of course. But I'm not sure if he still has it after a year of not playing like any like he. I think he hasn't been playing any. He hasn't been playing any of the competitions from last year until tomorrow. So I think this will be his last. I think last year was his last competition. Actually, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just have to wait and see.
Yeah, of course. And I think he might be surprising us and has been no laughing offline maybe. Let's
Mhm.
see. But let's talk about like the other events that it's been hosting at Gamers Assembly. I don't know how much you follow Dirt, Full Speed, and Canyon, but let's start with Dirt. You were casting the Planet Dirt Cup, I believe.
Yeah.
We saw Papu maybe doing one of the strongest achievements this year in winning that grand final.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that can take away the title from Papu in this third event?
No. Just no. No.
Just no.
It's just. Dude, he is just so fast. If you look like at the Planet Dirt Cup's daddies as well, he is
Yeah.
so far in front of like. It's just. I think even on one of the grand final maps of the Planet Third Cup, he was a half a second in front of second place, and I was just like, "Yo, hello, is this real or?" It's wow, and he is gonna win, hands down,
Yeah.
hands down.
Is he the biggest favorite in all Trackmania tournaments at Gamers Assembly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Short and correct answer.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's talk about the full speed event. And we have players such as Kid Cyril and Piranha. Yeah, sure. It can be probably a full French final once again in the full speed event. But let me ask you this: who's the biggest favorite? Do you know? You have sort of a player you want to put your money on.
In full speed. Uh, oh, that's a hard question. I never really follow full speed actually.
Same, man.
I think last year who won it? Was it? I think it was Kid actually who won it. I
A
think
kid won it
so.
last year or the year before.
If he will attend again, he has a high chance. If I'm not sure if Muda will attend. If
No,
he
I don't think
will,
so.
then he has a high chance as well. But I'm not sure if he will attend. Dude, I'm not sure. I think it will be a French Grand Final for sure. But I have no idea who is gonna win. I'm just gonna say Kid again.
Okay, you put your money on Kid. That's
Yeah.
yeah. So Kid and Papu, let's see how much money you can make off that.
Well, let's see. Let's see.
And this year as well, we have another environment in Canyon. You have actually Skugako, who was voted as the Canyon Player of the Year, attending, and could be seen as the biggest favorite. Is he your biggest favorite, or do you know any other names that can challenge the game?
Oh, for Kenyan, holy shit! I haven't been following that.
I
that
put you on the
either.
spot now.
You put me on the spot, dude.
I'm showing
Uh,
the viewers all the holes you have in your opinion.
oh, I have to think about that.
Yeah.
Right. So the Kenya tournament. Um, I am looking at the player list right now.
Okay. You recognize any names?
The only one I recognize is Quinton and Chicago. I think it's going to be Quinton.
Okay, you put your money on Quinton.
Yeah. Think I've seen Chris around as well. Not quite sure if he can like defeat Quinton though, but I think I have to vote for Quinton for this one.
Then I put my money on Skugako. Let's see if I have some more questions here around. Yeah, you can tell the viewers how can they follow this event.
On my Twitch channel.
On my Twitch.
On my Twitch
Short and
channel.
easy.
No. You can. I will start my stream tomorrow. Immediately after I will get back from work. I might miss the time attack. I'm so sorry, guys. Once again. I might miss it because of work. I missed it in the Gaming Winterfest. Well, wait, we completely missed a Saturday actually in the Gaming Winterfest. So that is not really a legit reason, I guess. I think last year I was able to stream the time attack because of the half-hour delay. But if you want to stay updated, you just have to follow my Twitch. You have to enable the notifications when I will be going live, of course. And you can stay updated on my Facebook page as well. I think I can put it in chat like this. I haven't used the command in so long. There we go. There we go. There's my
Yeah.
Facebook link. So yeah, if you want to stay updated, then you have to. You might want to follow the Facebook as well. And it will be live streamed right here on this channel.
Yeah, and talking about, I just looked through some of the topics I had for the admin who apparently doesn't show up today. So I can ask you this.
Rip.
The moment of the year in Trackmania for the Trackmania Awards 2017 was Kappa dropping the trophy last year. Will the winner this year drop it as well, just to win an award at Trackmania Awards?
No, no, dude. That was such a funny moment, and I saw it like I saw it live, and I was like, holy shit! It was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
But no, that is not gonna happen anymore. No.
Yeah, the face of Twin was pretty funny when it happened.
Exactly.
And the video as well from Gamers Assembly won the video or the movie of the year. It was made by Pikes, and I think he'll make it this year as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, how much of the videos do you watch from the after movies?
A lot.
A lot.
A
Was
lot.
this the best movie from last year?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I put you on the
Why do
spot,
you
man.
ask me this, dude? um, um, I really love the games assembly after movie thing. It 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 was very good. Um, it's such a hard question. um, my favorite
After movie.
my
Do you remember what
favorite
you
after
voted?
movie. I think I went for the games assembly one. So it's going to be the game assembly one. Yeah.
So do you have high expectations for the movie this year as well? Can it
Yes.
top last year?
Yes. I think that is for sure possible. I think if Hikes again is having if he will put in a lot of like a lot of his effort into it again, then he can for sure top his forgot the movie, the after movie from from last year.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you have any topics you want to talk about? Because I'm out of questions at the moment. But is there any
Who-
questions in the chat or are they dead?
Do you guys have any questions left?
Do you have anything you want to talk about?
Who is your favorite for the tournament?
I will go and, as always, pick my boy Massa. I picked him
Always
as the
pick your
player
boy.
of the year. I picked him as the winner of Gaming Winterfest, as the winner of Trackmania Pro League. If you want to go safe, go with Massa.
So go with Massa if you want to save it.
He's a safe boy, no? He's known for being
Yeah.
safe.